Welcome back, ODHtv. We have Raising Kanan, Season 4, Episode 2. And I'm back to give you my reaction and Easter egg tie-ins and a few predictions here and there for this episode. I literally just got finished watching this episode, so don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's talk about it. Episode starts off with Jukebox in the army. The writers are now showing us who she is now with the last 3 months that have passed and who she's gonna be in the future. 50 Cent is narrating, explaining the difference between hood soldiers and real soldiers. He explains that hood soldiers may seem like real soldiers, but they're not. Real soldiers understand a chain of command, they have discipline and strategy. As we watch her during basic training, outshining all the men and becoming a leader. In the background, they're playing a song by a tribe called Quest, featuring leaders of the new school. The song is called What's the Scenario, where they're telling us what the scenario, they're telling us what's going on right now. More importantly, Fife's rhyme. So if you watch the scene again, maybe pull up the lyrics on your phone if you don't know the song already, and pay attention to Fife's first verse, where you can put this in the first person of Jukebox saying this rhyme, and it would explain to you, or she would be explaining to you, who she is now and who she's going to become. I really want to break the whole thing down, but it would take too long, so I just give you the cliff notes of it, where he starts off, Bo knows this, what, and Bo knows that, what. It's like an army cadence, a call and response, like 50 was talking about as far as the discipline and the chain of command, showing us that she's going to wind up with crews that are going to be following her every word. I love breaking down music and how they use it in movies and TV shows, so I'll probably revisit this in another video, but for now I'm going to skip to the end. He says, I'm vexed, I'm fuming, I've had it up to here, my days of paying dues are over, acknowledge me as in there. And the crew says, yeah. Meaning she's done taking losses with everything that she's gone through in her life so far, she's taking control. You can read the rest for yourself, but basically in a nutshell, she's telling you, I do what I do, and you can't tell me anything. And while she's laying there in a prone position, taking her target practice, the last line is, don't sweat what you heard, but act like you know. And you know we know who Jukebox is about to become.
Detective Malcolm Howard was involved in a narcotics operation.
So the commissioner's holding a press conference, letting everyone know that they're closing the Detective Howard case and putting everything on him except for Detective Burke, which doesn't sit well with Captain Baptiste. At the same time, Raq and Marvin are at their lawyer Andre's office watching this same press conference live. He tells them between that and his sources that they're free and clear. Raq says she's not happy until she knows what the feds are doing. She also tells Marvin not to get cozy with any more snitch white guys, but Marvin says, I ain't a dude to get cozy, which is exactly what he's doing with Stefano, which leads me to believe that Stefano could wind up being some type of snitch, maybe snitching to the feds or to the other families about what Marvin's been doing. Stefano did tell Raq one time when he wanted her to take out Sal that blood was thicker than water, and if she didn't do what he wanted, he would stand with the families against her. Then we have Unique arriving at his house for the first time since the beatdown, and the place is empty and Panessa and Jerome are gone. His head starts itching again and he punches a hole in the wall. Kanan's business is booming, and this is where we meet that vertically challenged 35-year-old teenager. I'm not sure what casting a dude to look like this was supposed to do. Maybe they went way out of their way trying to prove to us that he's a nerd. His name is OC and he's Kanan's boy because he's good with numbers. I don't see them keeping this guy around long. I know in the trailer we see Unique busting in the apartment and knocking him over. I thought it was a little kid, but it was this guy. Could be another one of the reasons why he takes on Ghost later, because Ghosthead was always in the books and he was good with numbers. This is where we also find out that Crystal got rid of the baby because Kanan wanted her to, just like his mother Raq in the last episode. Marvin picks up Lou from rehab, and Lou explains to him all the leaves he's turned over, and he thanks Marvin for always being there for him.
Want to see me? Shut the door, Garcia.
The NYPD has closed the case, but Captain Baptiste is not having it, and he wants Detective Garcia to do whatever he can to find out who the murderer of Detective Howard was.
Police moving on? All that mess in the rearview for now.
She updates Kanan on the police investigation. Kanan just wants his re-up. She tells him that Quan wants to meet with her before they get any more product. While Unique is watching Panessa go into his mother's house, his head starts acting up again.
2 months now?
Detective Garcia rolls up on Kanan, and by what Kanan says, we could tell by the last 3 months, this guy's been bothering Kanan for quite some time, but we find out that Famous is missing. He tells him it doesn't matter how many times you roll up on me.
I don't know we're Famous.
Kanan catches a body blow, and the detective threatens to make his life miserable. Back at basic training, Jukebox asks,
Where's Chalmers going?
they're giving this guy a dishonorable discharge because he's gay. Marvin goes to check on the business and sees this dude's nephew stealing product.
You all saw that.
Makes him drop his pants and the product falls out of his underwear. He kicks him out, tells him never to come back. Raq meets with Quan and he immediately tells her, I'm raising your prices. She's like, what? And he's like, that's it, beat it. That look on her face could mean Quan's days are numbered. It actually could be a benefit to her if Unique does shoot up his operation. And just like that, Jukebox leaves the army, gets on a bus, and goes to Atlanta to see Aisha at her college. After they get reacquainted, she tells Aisha that the army's not going to let her be who she wants to be, and she just walked out. Aisha tells her she's going to get in trouble. Jukebox knows this. This is probably why her name was changed to Ganner in OG Power. She also told Juke she wants to find herself and she don't want a relationship right now. In my other video, I gave 3 scenarios as to how she might get out of the army early. And I said that it would either be she did something to somebody did something to her, or they kicked her out because of her lifestyle. Who would have thunk she would have just walked out of the army? I guess that's the most Jukebox thing to do. So I was kinda right.
I'm always right. It's like when I'm right, I'm right. And when I'm wrong, I could have been right. So I'm still right because I could have been wrong. But I'm right.
I got this bookie in Corona.
Stefano gives Marvin another GTA side mission. He's just supposed to rough up one of his bookies.
Lou Thomas.
The same record exec that put out Famous's record wants to hire Lou to run the hip-hop part of his label. He wants Lou to look at his stable of artists and let him know who's who. Lou tells him the only one that has potential is B Rilla, but he's in jail. So he asks Lou to go visit him in jail and then decide if he wants to work for him. That's a nice T-set.
Because he know that I can't go nowhere else.
Raq tells Stefano about Quan raising the prices, and now she wants to be the supplier. She wants to bump Quan out the way. Stefano tells her she's got a lot of hoops to jump through, but if she can get him a better price than the Vietnamese, then we can talk. Marvin goes to see the bookie like Stefano asked, and it quickly gets out of hand when the bookie starts talking crazy. So that can definitely be a problem. Raq tries to pay off Kanan's debt that's owed to Snap and Pop because of him taking out Ronnie. They tell him they own a piece of his business because they want their return on the investment. He's like, what? When they get outside, she tells Kanan to be careful with Snap and Pop because they're dangerous. Then they argue about her killing his father. But she tells him, I can live with not being able to trust my son, but I have to be able to trust my business partner. Lou goes to the jail to talk to B Rilla. He needs to find out where his head is at and if he still wants to make music. B Rilla's hesitant at first until Lou says, I'll get you out today if you tell me you want to make music.
Despite everything we've tried,
Aunt Joyce is going to die. Her cancer is getting the best of her. Kanan doesn't want to keep it a secret anymore and wants the rest of the family to know.
FBI is no longer interested.
Andre, Raq's lawyer, tells her that the FBI is no longer interested in pursuing a case against their family. They're more interested in Stefano. And this is where she finds out that Marvin's been meeting with Stefano because he tells her that a witness inside the FBI told him that they were both seen separately meeting with Stefano. She was surprised but tried to act like she knew already.
That's why I knew that.
He also told her that the FBI is offering a get-out-of-jail-free card to snitch on Stefano.
Good to know.
Really not right in the head, kind of sadistic.
B Rilla's out of jail and performing at Cafe Vu. You could argue that the lyrics from this song could be told from the perspective of Kanan. But after Crystal comes in, they make up and kiss, and these are the next lyrics from B Rilla.
I said I just killed a nigga I love, it got me real sick. But a snitch, the snitch, ain't something I can deal with.
He said, I just killed somebody I love, it got me real sick. But a snitch is something I can't deal with. Could Famous or Crystal wind up catching the wrath of Kanan?
I told you tuck your chain in, nigga.
He said, I told you to tuck your chain in. Could this be a reference back to when Famous got robbed by Freddy for his chain? Let me know in the comments what you think about that. Meanwhile, Lou accepts the record label job. So we're seeing Andre too much this episode, and after she told him this,
Oh, don't worry. I still need you, Andre.
all that, you knew Andre was a dead man. And that's what happened. Unique was watching, catches him outside of his apartment, knocks him out inside of his apartment, and gives him 2 to the back. Go to the comments, let me know what you think about this episode. I'll be back on the next one.
Diamonds dancing on my neck, pull up all black. Told you meet me where you at, never call back. It's you up more like a beauty queen, what you do to me? A heavy heart like a fantasy, my Billie Jean.